Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I am Jaleel Abbas from Multan Public School and College. I am your English teacher. The subject code is 1123 and today we will do comprehension from the book Oxford Progressive English 8. Today we will do unit 2. The topic is the wonderful horse and it is on page number 35 of Oxford Progressive English 8. A 13th century Persian tale, this wonderful tale has been told by the most famous and important Persian poet and storyteller Sadi. He belonged to Shiraz, a city of Iran, and he has written 23 books of stories and poetry. And this story of Hatem Tai, written by Sadi, was retold in English by author. Here is a summary of the wonderful horse. The complete chapter you will read from the book and you will understand it thoroughly. This story revolves around two characters, Hatem Tai and the Sultan. In fact, the Sultan was tired of hearing the praise of Hatem Tai, renowned horse of the Arabian chieftains. He asked his courtiers to tell him about this famous horse. The courtiers admired the qualities of the horse. After hearing his courtiers, he desired to get that horse from Hatem Tai. He asked his vizier to go and ask Hatem Tai to give him the horse. His vizier replied that he would not give the horse of having wonderful qualities. The Sultan said that in this way he would judge his generosity too, and if Hatem refused, he would spread in his kingdom that Hatem Tai had refused to give him the horse. So the courtiers set off and reached Hatem Tai's house. Hatem Tai treated them in generous way. After having the meal, the vizier demanded the horse for the Sultan. Hatem Tai, after hearing this, became sad and said that they should have told this before. He had slaughtered that horse for their meal because he had nothing to slaughter at the spot due to the rain and flood. They became happy with his generosity that he had slaughtered his favorite horse for hospitality. They returned with gifts of gold, rich robes, and horses. When the Sultan heard the incident, he also applauded Hatem Tai's generosity. So here are some difficult words which I have taken from the chapter, and I read these words for you with meanings. Steed, a horse of riding. Courtiers, a steed, a horse for riding. Courtier, a member of king's court. Generous, one who gives something like money to needy people more than expected. Reputation, fame, very, tired, astonished, amazed, surprised, reveal, disclose, applaud, praise. Chieftain, leader, eager, anxious, generosity, quality of being kind and generous, set off, leave, depart, feast, meal, food, succulent, juicy and tasty food, distress, pain, suffering, splendor, richness. So these are the difficult words. You will learn these words by heart with meanings and use these words in sentences. So this is the exercise which is on page number 36. These are the questions which you have to answer. After thorough reading of the chapter, you will answer these questions. Question number one is, what did the Sultan courtiers tell him about Hatem Tai's famous horse? There are 3-4 courtiers who have admired Hatem Tai's horse, and they have given the qualities of the Hatem Tai's horse. The answer of this question is in first paragraph. About what two things did the Sultan want to find the truth? So he wanted to find the truth about Hatem Tai's generosity and the qualities of the horse. What was the Sultan's plan which would enable him to do this? Sultan asked his courtier to go to Hatem Tai and ask for the um, wonderful horse. If he refused to give them the horse, so in this way he would spread in his kingdom that Hatem Tais had not shown generosity. So this was the plan of Sultan. Why did the Sultan choose his vizier to carry out his plan? Because he was wiser than other viziers and he has some qualities to convince the other person. How did Hatem Tai show his generosity as a host? Hatem Tai slaughtered his favorite and wonderful horse for the hospitality of Wazir and other courtiers. Why did Hatem Tai not give his visitors some other meat to eat? Because at that time it was raining and due to the flood he could not go to his farmhouse. So the only horse he had at that time, so he slaughtered that horse for the visitors. Why did the Sultan fail to acquire Hatem Tai's famous horse? Because he had slaughtered that horse for the hospitality of his guest. So, this is your home task, dear students. You will read this chapter thoroughly and you will understand it, the concept, and everything because you have to do the reading for meaning exercise given at the end of this chapter on page number 36. Learn all the words meaning which I have given in this slide in these slides and you will use these words in the sentences of your own and at the end you will solve the question answers which I have discussed with you now. Thank you very much dear students. Hope you will do your exercises and tomorrow we will discuss this chapter and all the queries which you have regarding this lecture tomorrow on Meet inshallah. Thank you very much.